Okay, today we're standing in the Pecora Technical Service Laboratory. We're going to talk about 1215 seam sealer. Developed a silicone with all the same rheological features and flow characteristics of this solvent cut material here. And the beauty of that is now you've got a 100% silicone product that behaves exactly the way the seam sealer that is solvent based. And in addition to that, it's faster curing. It actually gains real adhesion to surfaces and substrates, and will carry longer warranties and just last a lot longer when subjected to weathering, seen with window and door systems. So now, when we use this particular material in a pluse gun, one of the drawbacks is that it is a moisture cure system. So as you're sucking in atmospheric moisture, as you're pumping this material out, there's atmospheric moisture that is actually entering into the chamber, into the vessel here, and over time will start to cure it. And also the tip here can also cure up. Being that this is a faster curing material than this tip will cure up faster than with the solvent cut acrylic. So even though it's pumpable and flows through this gun, there are some drawbacks based on the fact that it's a moisture cure material. One of the things that's very important if you do use these guns is to always remember to put the tip, the wire plunger back in the tip to seal that tip when you're finished. That will keep the atmospheric moisture from entering the tip and curing the material. And just take it out again, obviously, and go to town. I'm not going to put anything in here today to show you, but what we will do is go on and move on to an alternate applicator that can replace this and be utilized with the 1215 seam sealer. One that we think is every bit as good as this particular gun here. I'm holding in my hand is what's called a mid-handle mount caulking gun. Very simple to use. This goes in and out, no levers to deal with. Once it's out, you pump the material through. It's pushing the plunger through the cartridge just like a normal caulking gun would. And when you're ready to release, you just push that forward and bring this back. See, this mid-handle mount gun is similar in configuration to the pluse gun as far as getting your hand closer to the work. It's not quite as close as the pluse gun would be, but with existing technology, this is pretty much the best you can do. If you compare this to a regular gun, a normal caulking gun would have the handle back here, and we have one over here, which this is the typical caulking gun that you'll find in the industry, which has been around for 50 years. And as you can see, this has the long barrel going out about 12 inches from your hand. With the mid-handle gun, the barrel is only about 5 to 6 inches from your hand. So this does get you closer to the work if you're going to, and it allows you to use one hand. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to pump. It's actually easier to pump than the pluse gun. There's less force required from your hand to pump this. So it actually results in less workplace issues as far as repetitive use of your hand in pumping a gun. So if we take this and basically start pumping, you can see the material is flowing very nicely, and that's basically it. I could actually, of course, do that with one hand. I was using two, but I'm going to cut that out. That's crazy. There's more flowing. Let me just show this. As you can see, it's very easy to use. Very similar to the pluse gun in the ability of the mechanic to get close to the work, to use some precision in applying the small bead to small seams. One of the features on this particular configuration here is this swivel mount nozzle, and they can basically be bent straight, curved, so it gives you a little bit of latitude in the ergonomics or the placement of the bead and what's comfortable for the applicator. So we feel this is a very good substitute for the pluse gun, the old technology, versus the new technology. Certainly, pumping out of a cartridge with a moisture cure silicone is going to be much less problematic than pumping out of a pluse gun. So we would highly recommend using this particular gun when using the 1215 seam sealer. One of the other benefits to using the cartridge system and is basically when you're finished, you know, there's no cleanup. The pluse gun actually has to be cleaned every day. This cartridge can basically be tossed aside, in some cases recycled or thrown out. There are actually manufacturers who take these cartridges and refill them, you know, on the factory floor. They have a 5-gallon pail with a pump, and they basically take a nozzle, take the cap off of this, and take their hose with the nozzle that's under pressure and plug it into the tip of the cartridge, and basically fill that cartridge back up, pushing the plunger back out and reusing the cartridge. That's another bonus, another plus to using the cartridge. They can be refilled. Not everybody does it. Some people find it cost effective. Other people would rather just get rid of the cartridge and get a new one.